So, welcome back to Daily Transfer Update. Today we are going to speak about 3 players. 2 of them are quite well known, or in fact very well known, and 1 not so well known. Let's start off with Adrien Rabiot. Reports going around at the moment that he is linked to Arsenal and Man United heavily. Basically, he's asking for anywhere between 200 and 270 grand, depending on what report you read, a week. He wants £10 million signing on fee, and he wants bonuses for getting Champions League, for winning games in Champions League, getting out of group stages, etc, etc, etc. Now, what do we know about him? We know that his agent was his mother. He sacked her, apparently. We know that he's fallen out of favour at PSG. We know that he's going to be leaving, that he's going to be a free signing. We also know that he's a very, very talented footballer that would improve Arsenal. It also improved Man United. Let's be real, both of our midfields ain't that great, and he'd walk straight into either of them teams. Do I think he is worth the money? Straight up, no. I think he's got a bit of an attitude problem. I think the fact that he's trying to play other clubs off against each other to try and get the most amount of money. For me, I just think that's not the sort of player we need at Arsenal. That's all about the money, all about getting the big payday. When the reality is, he should be coming to play football in the best league in the world, the most competitive league in the world, and he should want to go and test himself. Listen, the money's going to come anyway. So why are you sitting there holding out for £10 million signing on fees and stuff like that? It's just pure and utter greed. But on the flip side of that, it ain't my money. So if they do go and spend that at Arsenal, and he does come in and he does play well, and he turns out to be the player I think he is, then I'm all for it. But I think we've got to get rid of a few players first before we even consider giving this guy that sort of money. Like I said, personally, I don't think he's worth 270 a week. He's a very good player, but no, I think there's other midfielders out there that would come to Arsenal on a lot less money and would produce equally as good performances as I think he would. So, not for me. Let me know what you guys think. Second player we're going to speak about today is Jerome Boateng from Bayern Munich. Uli Hoeneß has come out and said that he is free to go and he should be looking for another club. His exact quotes were, "I will recommend to him as a friend that he leaves the club. He needs to have a new challenge, as recently he has seemed out of place at Bayern Munich." Now that is damning. That is just wow. We all know what Jerome Boateng can produce. He's 30 years old now. He's knocking on a bit. He's still got some quality about him. Let's be real. He's a very, very good centre-back. He'd instantly improve every single club that he's linked to. He's not just linked to Arsenal. He's linked to AC Milan, PSG. He is also linked to Man United. Again, Man United are shopping in the same market as us right now, eyeing up the same sorts of players, because both teams have issues in the same areas, midfield and defence. And we're going to find this a lot over the summer, that Arsenal and Man United are going to be battling it out. Now, if we can secure Champions League football, we're in the driving seat. If we can't, Man United can offer more money. That'll probably end up being what gets them the deals done. Now, Jerome Boateng, his honours and trophies won is ridiculous. World Cup winner, Champions League winner, FA Cup winner with Man City back in 2011, 7 German league titles, 4 German cups. He's also won the World Club Cup. He's won 4 German Super Cups, and he has won a Super Cup. That is relentless, let's be real. Absolutely top draw centre-back back in his day. Maybe over the last, 8 years, he's been one of the best centre-backs in the world. Faded slightly in the last couple, but the 6 before that, absolutely fantastic footballer. Has he still got it? That is the key question. And personally, I think he'd be worth a punt. I think he would be worth a punt, but at the same time, what's his motivation? You know, the guy's 30 years old. He rejected... he tried to force a move to PSG last summer. Could that be something where he ends up? Could that be a place where he goes for a massive payday? We know PSG have got pockets full of money. that they're just willing to blow on anyone. I reckon personally he will end up at PSG. I think he'll go where the biggest money is. But I would take him at Arsenal if he weren't on ridiculous wages. I think it'd be an improvement to the squad, that's for sure, because we've got some bang average centre backs at Arsenal, bang average defenders in total. But I'm sort of sat on the fence with this one. I think he would still be great. I think he'd do a lot better than a lot of our players. But I'd have to question why he come to Arsenal from Bayern Munich. I know he wants a fresh challenge and this and that, but if we don't get Europa League, I'd want to know why he's come to Arsenal. But if he comes and he does well, like Rabiot, at the end of the day, Arsenal have got to spend their money wisely. So with these two players, if we are interested in them, we have got to make sure that we're not paying stupid amounts of money out to get bang average performances out of them. We want to maximise every single penny that we have and make sure that we get the best performances on the pitch. Now, if that means that Boateng joins, fantastic. If it don't, then great as well. At the end of the day, we've got to look at it and just decide what is best for the club. For me, I don't think a 30-year-old from Bayern Munich that's won pretty much everything you can win in the game is gonna come to Arsenal and improve us massively over the next 3, 4, 5 years. He's going to be retired in a few years' time. Is it worth spending that sort of money? And it would be a lot of money. The guy would be on stupid wages. It's going to cost, 30 million quid at least? Not for me. But like I said, it ain't my money. And if he does come and he does perform well, then it might be a blessing. But like I said, he is going to retire in a few years' time. So this is his last big payday. And for that reason, I'm out. The last player we're going to speak about is somebody we spoke about recently on here. And that is William Saliba, the 18-year-old centre-back from St Etienne. Breakthrough season this season in France. 17 appearances in all competitions. And Arsenal sent a scout over to watch him on Saturday, where he played the full 90 minutes in a 3-0 win against Patrick Vieira's team, Nice. He played the game. He played the whole 90 minutes, a comfortable victory. And he really impressed, and apparently he is our #1 target for centre-back. Now, this is where I think we should go and do our money. Not a 30-year-old that's done everything in the game. For me, this would make total sense. I'm not saying he'd walk straight into the first team. I don't think he would. But when you've got the likes of Rob Holding, you've got Koscielny still on the books. Whether he's going to be here or not, that remains to be seen. You've got Socrates, bags of experience. I think that them three, plus this guy, would be a decent 4 going forward. If you get rid of Koscielny, then you go and replace Koscielny with somebody else as well. But I think this guy could be something that gets done. And like I said, Arsenal have made him their #1 target for centre-back this summer. The fact that we've watched him quite a few times this season as well, and recently on Saturday as well, shows that they're definitely interested in that. He's a French under-19 international. Apparently the fee's going to be around £25 million. I think that makes sense as well. Listen, you could go and buy the finished article in Boateng, but like I said, it's a big payday for him and he's got nothing left to prove. Whereas this kid's trying to ply his trade. He's coming up, he's just started. He has everything to prove. He signed a 4-year deal back in April. St Etienne are adamant they're going to lose him. There's other clubs sniffing around him again. Man United are sniffing around. Apparently Tottenham as well. So we need to make sure that if we want this guy, we go and get our business done quick with him. Get him signed, get him on board, get him in training. He's French as well. He'd have players around him at the club that he could settle in with, likes of Guendouzi, the likes of Lacazette, Koscielny. And I think that, at the end of the day, I think this is something we should go and do. A young French under 19 French international that has just played 17 games in the French league this season. He's got some of the best teams in the Premier League looking at him. And I think that's a good investment. Apparently when Jose was at Man United, he was interested in him. He said that he thinks he'll go on and have a great career. Now, Jose can spot a defender and he makes defenders better because they spend most of their time, his teams, defending, parking the bus. If he thinks he's half decent, then there must be something about him. I think we should go and buy him. I think we're definitely in for him. We wouldn't keep sending scouts there to go and look at him. Now it's all about putting the right money in, getting the player done, and getting it done quickly. But I don't know. You guys let me know what you think. I think he'd be a fantastic addition to the team. I think that we should go and buy him. But that's the daily transfer update for today. I will be back later on today with a live stream about 4 or 5 o'clock. So tune into that. Subscribe, like, share the content around. DM me on Instagram if you want to go and follow me on there, and I will follow you back. Please DM me and let me know you followed from one of my videos, and I'll do it as quick as I can. Anyway, until later on, I'm out of here. Laters, peeps.